Petra Jordan, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. We invite you on a virtual journey to Petra, the ancient and mysterious city in Jordan. Since the 2nd millennium BC, Petra had been the capital of the Nabatean kingdom and the intersection of the main commercial routes between the east and the west. Here we are, in front of Al-Hazna Mausoleum that was built by one of the Nabatean kings for himself. Many kings wished to be buried in Petra, and their wish came true. We are approaching one of the royal tombs, the Urn Tomb. In the 5th century, this mausoleum was turned into a church. Among other royal tombs, there is the Silk Tomb, named for the rich color of the sandstone. The Corinthian and the Palace tombs, they were built at the end of the Nabatean period in the 1st century AD. Look at the small cavities in the rocks. These are tombs too. Officials, ministers, and other kings' confidants were buried here. This stone tomb complex was named the Street of Facades. The main part of the city covered around 3 square kilometers. At the time of its prosperity, Petra was full of life. Its population was around 20,000 people. Now we are approaching the Majestic Amphitheater. This is the evidence that Petra wasn't always the city of the dead. In 106 AD, Petra became a Roman colony. And just imagine how this theater gathered 8,000 people to see gladiator fights, races, and other entertainments. To save the water in this dry area, people carved canals right in the cliffs. Let's get back to Al-Hazna. It is also called Treasury for a reason. According to a legend, the treasure of the Egyptian pharaoh is hidden here. Let's have a closer look at the facade of Al-Hazna. The 40-meter-tall mausoleum is decorated with a fancy pattern. On the urn you can see bullet marks left by Bedouins who tried to get the legendary treasures at the beginning of the 20th century. To reach Petra, one has to walk through the long Sig Gorge, and for 2,000 years this route has not changed. Just like tourists enter the city nowadays, in the past ancient caravans arrived in the oasis after an exhausting journey. The only difference is the distance of this way. The modern visitor is brought to the gorge by a car, while thousands of years ago, the transportation was camels. Only they could cross the Arabian desert to enter the Nabatean capital, one of the most powerful states of that time, that was created by an Arab nomadic tribe, the Nabateans. An hour walk from here, there is a well-preserved temple, Ader. To get here, you have to pass 800 stair steps. The temple is almost 50 meters tall and fully carved out of the rock. Have a closer look at Ader, a way no one has seen it before. No tombs were found in the temple, so historians consider it to be the place for solemn gatherings. In the 4th century, it became a Christian monastery. A series of earthquakes destroyed a major part of Petra, and people finally abandoned it in the 7th century. Now, Petra is one of the most famous architectural monuments. Thousands of tourists come here to see this wonder of the world. If you ever happen to come here, don't forget to visit the night show with candles in front of Al-Hasne. It is an unforgettable sight.